Hey there everybody, it is Karen and I am your yoga instructor. And so let's just get started. We're going to come to the mat, sitting up here for a moment to empty the vessel. So we want to set ourselves up for a great yoga practice, and one of the great ways to do it is through the breath. The breath changes all of the prana, the chi, the energy in your body. So just find yourself sitting down comfortably on your mat. My shoulders are stacked over my hips. I'm pulling my chin in ever so slightly, relaxing my neck, relaxing my throat. And I'm just going to begin relaxing my eyeballs in their sockets. Relaxing my lower jaw away from my top jaw. And then resting the tongue behind the two front teeth on the top. That is neutral for your tongue. And then when you feel ready to take some nice intentional 3-part breaths, belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly, kidneys, ribs, shoulder blades, ribs, kidneys. Same thing. Gently begin inviting some good breath in, breathing in deeply in through your nose. Pausing when you're full, exhale through the nose. And repeat, breathing in deeply in through the nose. Exhale deeply out through the nose. One more time, in through the nose, breathing in. Exhaling out. Taking the hands to the heart center, locking your thumbs to your heartbeat. Anjali Mudra, hand yoga mudra. Sitting up nice and tall. Some people call Sukhasana position seated Tadasana. If we did not have legs, this would be our mountain pose. Grounding down with the tailbone to the earth, lifting up through the spine, the front and the back of the spine, through the crown of the head, to the sky, to the sun. Let's inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, open. Lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, close. Drop the chin to the chest. Shoulders stay down. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. So dropping the hands to the knees and just circling the chin from left to right and right to left. So I'm still maintaining that height in my spine. So the side view, right? Alignment is everything in yoga, right? So we want to be sure our body is in alignment and everything moves from the center, from the core, and everything that is moving is somehow attached to the electrical system of your body, which is your spine. So when we plug our tailbone to the earth, we're charging the negative yin charge of the earth up through the spine, and the crown of the head is to the sun. We're pulling down that yang energy, the positive charge of your battery. So sitting up nice and tall, swiveling your chin from side to side, opening up the side of the neck. So if we were on a clock, we're going from 3 o'clock over to 9 o'clock and back to 3 o'clock. So maintaining that lengthening through the spine, and then coming back to neutral. Feel neutral for a moment, and then just gaze up, open the throat chakra, that energy center about speaking, what you say and what you hear. And then we'll turn from side to side. So maybe this is more like 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock, or maybe you're getting 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock up here, whatever it is. But up top, we're really not getting totally 3 and 9. Well, I'm not, maybe you are. So loosening up here, letting the sides of the neck open up. And then we're going to take the left arm, I'm using my right arm, teaching mirror image, and I'm just going to place it behind my back, bending my elbow, and taking my right arm in front of me. Doesn't matter what side you start on, whatever side you're on is fine. And I'm going to use this, my arm in a bind position, to pull my shoulder down away from my ear. So centering with my other arm, and I'm just going to turn and twist to the side and push. Inhale back to center, and then pull as I twist over here. And then back to center. So we'll do that 2 more times. So pushing over, pulling back, and twisting back. That's where we're at here. So it's about the shoulders and the neck. However, you might start feeling like this feels more like a twist to me, Karen. Well, there's a twist incorporated with it, okay? And then we'll switch sides. So the other arm is behind you in a bind, dropping your shoulder away from the ear, creating length here. One arm at the midline of your body, and then turning to the side, pushing with your palm, inhaling to center, pulling back, getting that twist. Push to the side, pull back. So my moving arm is on a level plane. I'm not lifting it up or down. I'm just keeping my shoulder, elbow, wrist stable. And the movement is all of the spine. And of course your neck is part of your spine. Last time over, yeah. So why 3s, Karen? You ask. What's the deal? Body, mind, spirit, the 3 treasures in Chinese medicine, heart, mind, body, lucky number in Chinese, 3s, so that's kind of why it's 3s. That's why I do 3s anyway. Inhale up. Circle sweep of the arms. Exhale forward, hinging at the hip crease, reaching out long, arms parallel to the earth. Drop the hands down wherever they might show up in front of you, continuing to stretch out long through the spine, maybe walking your hands a little bit further on this seated forward fold. Lengthening through the body, through the spine, looking down at the earth. Maybe taking a nice breath, climbing up the spine and coming back down with the breath. And spinal flexion, walking both hands over to the side, right or left, nobody cares. It doesn't matter which one you start with. Feeling that lengthening through the side body, from your hip to your fingertips, but knowing it's your spine that's flexing. That's what's giving you this ability. Back to center, over to the other side, getting that lengthening through the side body, super good. The liver meridians up and down the side body. The wood element in Chinese medicine. Taking some Chinese medicine tests lately, as you can tell. Okay, maybe guess. Back to center. Walking the hands back up again. Sitting back up nice and tall here. We'll do a little bit of cat-cowing from here. So lots of options. You can inhale open, look up at the sky with paddles and goalposts. Exhale, close, drop the chin, drop the paddles. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. You don't even need arms for this. So if you didn't have arms, your cat-cow would inhale, open, dropping shoulders down. Exhale, close, tucking the belly in, dropping the chin to the chest. Okay, so you can do opening up like this, Spinal cord breathing, we call it in Qigong. Exhale, closed. Cat-cow, moving your spine in these two different directions. Opening up on an inhale, closing up on an exhale. And then just relax your hands down, sitting up nice and tall. We'll inhale the arms up again. So wide salute to the sun. Narrow, wide salute to the sun. So sitting up nice and tall, lift out of your hips. Can you reach up and out of your hips, lengthening through the spine? And then dropping your palms behind you, your fingertips, your hands. So you can stay on your fingertips, you can come down to your palms, shoulders are backing down. Here's the side view. So chest expansion, that's what we're doing here. So we're doing it in this way. We could probably hold this pose for 10 minutes. Maybe our hands would fall asleep. We're not doing that. If we were doing a chest expansion, interlacing the fingers, we're not holding anything like that for 10 minutes, right? So chest expansion, instead of just doing the pose, let's be the pose. Lead with the heart. Be someone who leads with your heart. So we're going to take 3 breaths here, landing the breath over the heart. So breathing in deeply in through the nose. Exhale over your heart. Breathing in again, in through the nose. Exhale over your heart. One more time, breathing in deeply in through the nose. Exhale over your heart. And release. Oh, that kind of hurts my wrists and fingers a little bit. Let's shake it out. Shake from the wrists, shake from the elbows, shake from the shoulders, shaking forward. Good thing to do if you're at the keyboard a lot. Good thing to do, nice stretch release if you're cutting up a lot of veggies or fruit or something. Shake the other way, puppy dog, wags the tail. Lou's daughter Ellen and her husband Zach just got a Bernedoodle, whatever that is. It's black and white. Little boy puppy dog, and no name yet. But the breeder called it Rocket. So let's guess what that might be like. And then just relax your hands at your sides. So why did I say that? Because I just mentioned the puppy dog tail. So sitting up nice and tall now, notice the energy in your body. Notice the prana, the good chi, Qi, Chi, same thing. Notice what is buzzing a little bit. If it's a little bit at your wrists and your hands, that's good news. Notice if your body aware. Where's your body touching the mat? Where's your body touching the sun and the sky? Notice the air between your fingers and toes. Notice the sounds around you, if there's any sounds. And let's think about our actions, our thoughts, our intentions meeting up with opportunity. So with the breath, when we inhale, imagine that you're inhaling the air of the trees. When you exhale, exchange that exhale with the trees, who are going to compost that carbon dioxide and turn it back into oxygen. So we inhale and exhale in our environment, literally breathing in and out with the trees. Inhaling and exhaling figuratively with our family. If I say something nasty, then they say something nasty, and we just keep exchanging that. But if I say something nice, maybe that changes the energy. So let's be energy aware, what we're thinking and what we're putting out, and leading with the heart. Lead with the best of you. One more circle, sweep the arms up, inhale. Hands together, exhale down. Beautiful, nice warming up, nice mind-body awareness with the breath. Let's come to our knees, hands and knees, coming to our tabletop position at the center of the mat. Fingertips spread apart in what I call starfish fingers. Maybe toes are tucked under, maybe they're flat, feet are flat on the mat. And we'll do just a few of your cat-cows from here. So dropping the belly, looking up at the sky, shoulders are back, inhaling cow, exhaling cat, rounding everything in. And dropping in again, inhaling cow, exhaling cat. One more time, inhaling cow, exhaling cat. Taking a kidney squeeze, moving the spine in this direction, looking out over your right shoulder where your kidney is, and just squeeze, 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 squeeze that spot. Coming back to center, over the other side, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that spot. And let's come down into puppy dog. So talking about Ellen and Zach's dog. So we can bring our arms flat. My elbows are underneath my shoulders. I'm gonna walk my hands out maybe a little bit. So elbows a little bit forward. And I'm just gonna send my butt more up in the air. So it was a little bit down for table, now it's more up in the air. And maybe a little bit more forward, kind of like that dog bowing. You know that play pose? Do you want to come play with me? So puppy dog pose, butts are high to the sky. Feel the stretch here in the shoulder blades, in the shoulders, maybe in the biceps or triceps a little bit. Pressing your hands into the mat. Playful bow. And then inhale yourself back up to your tabletop. We're going to tuck under for our downward facing dog. So lifting the hips up high to the sky. Gazing between the feet. Hips go up, heels come down. Stretching. Stretching, stretching the back of the leg. So pedal this out whichever which way you like. Whichever which way, okay? You're welcome. So heel toe, bicycling, lifting up on the tippy toes and sinking back on the heels. Bending both knees a little bit and pasting your thighs to the back of the room. Let's allow this to sink in. To be honest with you, this is hurting me right now. Okay, I've done a lot of heavy duty running at my gym, and I think that's what's getting me good. So more stretching, more tightening, then more stretching. Breathing in deeply, inhaling right leg up high to the sky, kicking right heel into the left butt cheek, gazing out under the right armpit. Lifting the knee up a little bit higher to open up that hip. And breathing. Squaring those hips, bringing right foot forward, coming down to low lunge. So wide stance here. We're on the railroad tracks. Right leg over right knee. Shoulders coming back. Great place for blocks. Left leg back, feeling that left leg articulated. Kneecap pulled up, thigh tight, butt cheeks tight. Let's walk the left arm into the midline of the mat, keeping the right knee over the right ankle, and inhale up with the right arm. Lifting up, runner's lunge, taking a gentle twist here. Breathing, think about where your spine is going. Where is your tailbone in space? And then where is your thoracic spine as we open up here? Still lifting up the kneecap with a straight left leg. Let's bring that right hand forward. Let's walk the right foot out to the side, bringing both hands to the midline of the mat. So you can stay up here high with your hips square. You can drop your left knee, flatten your left foot, and allow your right hip to open. So if this right hip opener is feeling good to you, do that. You can stay up here. You can bend your left knee, reach behind with your right hand. Reaching back. Open up all over the place, feeling that in the quad. You can come all the way down to your forearms. So you do what works for you. Do you want your hip to be open? Then allow it to open up at the hip here. If If you want to stay straight, stay straight. If your body feels like you're in a contortion, you're on it. Woo! Couple of breaths here as you let the breath wash over the tight spots. And then let's come out of this pose. If you're on your forearms, let's come out. Let's square the hip. Let's come up on the left leg. And let's sweep that right leg high to the sky and pulse, three-legged dog. Oh my golly gosh. Let's bring that foot down, coming back to your down dog. And before you flow through a full vinyasa, let's just notice the two sides of the body, notice the two legs, notice the two hips, notice the difference. Inhale forward to high plank or kneeling plank. Exhale down to chaturanga or kneeling. Inhale up to cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Feel the dog. Inhale forward to forward fold. Lift the hips up high to the sky. Hands to shins reaching out long, flat back. Exhale forward yet again. Inhale up high to the sky. Salute to the sun. Swan dive down, hands to mat. Hop back into your dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky, kicking left heel into right butt cheek. Gazing out under the left arm. And breathing. In through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. Out through the mouth on exertion. Let's square those hips and bring that left foot forward, coming to your low lunge on this side. So left foot forward, right leg back. Great place for your blocks, right? So a block, a stack of blocks, whatever you need. Great time to buy some yoga props. If you don't have your own, remember, the earth comes to you in yoga, the floor lifts up to you. So, keeping those hips square, taking your right hand to the midline of the mat, releasing your left arm up, coming into a twist in a low lunge. And breathe. And let's bring that hand to the center. Let's walk the left foot to the left side of the mat, either keeping that knee over the ankle and keeping the hips square or opening up. I just opened up. Dropping the right knee behind, lifting the right leg. Reaching behind me, on this side it's way easier, to grab into that foot. Feeling the stretch on the quad. Releasing that, coming down to my forearms. So this side is different than the other side. So just allow this hip opener to happen and allow the straight leg hip flexor to happen. Two things going on right here. Breathing. So breath controls energy. Breath controls your energy. So what is the quality of your breath? Let's come out of this pose by coming up on our hands, coming up on the back foot, the straight leg, releasing the left leg high. Just pulse a little bit. Woo! That's no joke. Bringing that foot down. Flow through your vinyasa. Hold your down dog. Do what you like. From down dog to high plank or kneeling, chaturanga or kneeling chaturanga, cobra or up dog, till you exhale in your downward facing dog. Feel the dog. Hopping feet behind hands, hanging in your forward fold. Hands to shins, reaching out long, flat back. Hanging forward yet again, bending through the knees, inhaling up. Salute to the sun. Swan dive down, hands to mat. Hop back into your dog, bend your knees wide, big toe mounds together. Glide yourself back into child's pose, balasana, child's pose. So taking a moment in your child's pose, If you had a block or a stack of blocks, or maybe you put your fists together, stacking them, you can rest your third eye on your block. If you had a bolster, you might put your bolster under your butt, on top of your ankles. That might give you a more relaxing child's pose. At the very least, the gaze is down and in. The gaze is inward at your heart. Let's take some deep breaths and notice the heartbeat here. Where is it at? Can you control your heartbeat with your breath? The answer to that is yes. Yes, you can. You can train it to slow down. Inhaling yourself back to your tabletop, bringing your knees underneath your hips, tucking your toes under, lifting back up into your dog. Inhaling, right leg high to the sky, relaxing the right foot behind the left foot, flowing to your high plank. Or right knee behind left knee. So we're a three-legged plank here. Inhale up, three-legged plank. Feel it on your left leg. Exhale forward. And hold at the belly. Inhale up. Three-legged dog gives way to three-legged plank. Tight, tight, tight at the core. Breathing and holding. Inhale back. Leg comes high to the sky. Right knee bent, right foot forward. Rising into crescent lunge. Right leg up, left leg down. Exhale through the mouth, big exertion, so inhale up, woo, losing my balance, exhale down, inhale up, straight front leg, shoulders over hips, exhale down, one more time, inhale up, exhale down, and let's bring the arms back into airplane, palms facing each other. And let's hinge forward at the hip crease. We're still on the ball of the back foot. Hinge forward. Hover over your thigh. Pull your shoulders back so you can lead with the heart. A couple of breaths here. Wiggle your toes, feel them. Hands to mat. Push back up, three-legged dog. Pulse a little bit. And then foot comes down, left leg up, high to the sky. Left knee gets bent, or left foot comes down behind right foot. And we're flowing on this side to high plank. Or left knee is behind right knee to kneeling plank. Exhale back. Feel that good on the straight leg. Your standing leg, your right leg. Exhale forward. Neck is long. Shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale back. Last time, we're going to hold. And in order to hold here, we're tight at the core. Pressing the heel of the right foot back, pulling up the right kneecap. Pressing into your fingertips. Inhale up, release that leg, and pulse. Bending that knee, bringing that foot forward, crescent lunge on the other side. So ball of the right foot, left knee bent, hip flexor on the right leg. Steeple grip, or hands together in prayer. Inhale up, exhale, we'll pull down again. Inhale up, straight leg, exhale down again. Inhale up. Exhale down and hold until you can bring your arms down, shoulders away from the ears, coming into your airplane, hovering, bending at the hip crease, hovering over your thigh, gaze is down, neck is long, lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. Here I am, leading with the heart. Here I am, bringing what's the best of me forward. Hands to mat, push back into three-legged dog. Pulse a little bit, coming down to down dog. Taking a vinyasa flow, down dog to high plank or kneeling plank. Chaturanga dandasana or kneeling. Cobra or up dog. Exhaling back to down dog. Pause here or hop, feet behind hands. Allow yourself to hang in your forward fold. Shake yes, shake no. Hands to shins. Reaching out long, flat back. Hang forward yet again, bending through the knees. Inhaling up. Salute to the sun. Let's stay up. Let's stay up with the arms up. Drop the shoulders. Plug your tailbone into the yin energy of the earth. Plug the crown of your head into the yang energy of the sun. Hands come down to heart. Locking your thumbs into your heartbeat. Let it race. Feel it. Arms above the head revs the heartbeat. Sit down in your chair, sending your butts back, knees over ankles. Maybe the feet come together. Shoulders are still relaxed and neck is still long. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Taking your right foot behind your left foot and coming all the way down in this curtsy lunge. Curtsy lunge. Inhale back up, shoulders are down. Exhale over to the other side, curtsy lunge, knee behind knee. All the way down, feeling it on the outer side of your glutes. So maybe you come all the way up, squeeze the butt cheeks, sit down in your chair, one foot behind the other, curtsy lunge. All the way up again. Sit down in your chair. Opposite foot behind, curtsy lunge. Coming back up again. Let's just sit down in the chair. Come up on the heels. Oops. Lower down a little further as you're still on your toe, or come up on your toes. Hands to mat. Take your left foot down, release your right leg up. Whoops. Too far against the wall. Release your right leg up, coming into your standing split. So right leg goes up as high as it goes, nose to knee. Play around with your balance here. One hand on the ankle, both hands on the ankle. Both hands floating. Hands framing the foot. You decide. Decompressing the spine. Head and crown of head to the earth, tail to the sky. Let's bring that foot down, switch sides. Right leg down, left leg up. Nose to knee here. Play around with your balance, release your hands, hold on to your heel. No hands. Bring that foot down. Bend through the knees, inhale up. Salute to the sun. Palms out to the sides. Feet shoulder distance apart. Exhale through the mouth. Arms down, another breathing exercise. Soft shoulders, soft wrists, soft elbows. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. So a nice flowing with the breath. One more time. Beautiful. Let's come down to the mat. Let's come all the way down to sitting. And we're going to practice our boat, B-O-A-T pose, boat. So options, start with your shoulders behind, back and down. Spine is long and straight. Tippy toes, heels, one leg out, holding onto the back of the thighs. Look, mom, no arms. You decide where you want it to be. You could even do straddle legs in boat pose. Okay, so you decide, shoulders back and down. It's all about the core. So play around with what works for you. So you have to shift to a little bit on the back of your tailbone. If you're sitting up, you're like this. Otherwise, you're shifting your weight on your tailbone. Maybe you do a Russian twist, turning at the core. This is all core here, right? So I'm turning from the center with my energy ball, right to left, shoulders are back. Maybe I'm gonna do a yogi toe hold with my legs coming up as if I'm in my cat, but my shoulders aren't quite so back. Holding onto the toes, straddle. Let's release that. I was playing around. Maybe you gave up a long time ago. Don't blame you. Okay, feet together, wrapping the arms around the kneecaps, dropping the chin to the chest, rounding the shoulders. The gaze is down and in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Coming down. Oh, Pippa, she's been down here the whole time. She's been quiet, but when she sees me like this, she's thinking, I'm going to come and play with her. Let's roll all the way down, holding onto the knees. Let's crisscross at the ankles, and let's just rock from side to side, pressing your low back into the mat. So we're making some ovals or circles so you really get the feeling that you are aware of what's going on in your low back. Reverse those circles. Notice if you've loosened up at all, a little, some. Let it be what it is. And let's extend the left leg out long, bring the right knee into the chest, and then bring the right knee over to the right shoulder. Relax the throat, look up at the sky and over your eyelashes. Maybe you circle your ankles in one direction and then the other. But we're getting a full body stretch here. We are so warmed up here. And switch sides. Right leg goes out long, left knee comes in, pressing through the right heel, and then the left leg, the left knee comes to the left shoulder. Relax your throat, look out over your eyelashes. Press through your right heel, circle the ankles, reverse the circles, and then come back in. Let's come to happy baby, soles of the feet high to the sky, relaxing into your back, wiggling around. So we did a lot of balancing today, okay? So balancing doesn't always mean standing on one foot at one time. We were standing on our toes. When we were in our chair, coming down in our chair, we were standing on our hands and one foot when we were in our standing split. So balancing comes in all kinds of ways. Bring the soles of the feet together, bound angle pose. And just allow the knees to push to the sides. So you open up the hips a little bit more. They're super warmed up. So why not? And then let's plant the feet on the mat. I'm going to show you a little trick with the block. So if you don't have a block, I highly encourage you to get one. Okay? A nice way to really release with the low back is to bring the knee or the feet close to the butt cheeks because we're coming into our tilted pelvis that lifts up into bridge. And then you just place the block under there. So I could sit here, my arms are kind of goalpost. You could frame the body, you could come into the pond pose arms. I could stay here for 20 minutes if I wanted to. So now my heart is above my head. So this is what creates an inversion pose. Reversing this blood flow that we're normally used to, the head is normally above the heart. So now it's reversed. So that's going on here. And if I'm really working at it, I might rotate my shoulders back, lift my heart up to the sky a little bit more, and create a chest expansion. So am I getting a chest expansion? Am I getting an inversion? If I'm working on the breath, am I getting a mini meditation while I'm here? Yes, yes, yes. All of the above. We're doing a lot of stuff here. So I gotta tell you, I love supported bridge. I have a tight psoas muscle on my right side. My right side can get jacked up super easy, and this feels like heaven to me. So I encourage you to buy yourself a block. They're less than 10 bucks. Take 3 breaths. So if you're not with the block right now, easily do a bridge pose and then come out of the bridge and go back up in the bridge. But take at least 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the nose while you're in your bridge. Hips up. And then we can just release that block and allow that bridge to come down, allow your hips to come down. And just notice that you kind of feel like you're sinking into a divot if you had a block under there. So it's like, ooh, this feels different. Cue body awareness. I'm feeling different. I'm noticing different. It feels like somebody sunk the floor around my hips. Of course, that's not what happened. Let's reach the arms above the head, the legs out long. Let's stretch, reaching up, long, long, long. Twinkle your toes and your fingers, really, really stretching it out. Inhale, and then exhale the arms down to the sides, and release yourself into your Shavasana, corpse pose. You can do bound ankles. You can do bent knees. You can do half frog. You can do legs up the wall. Any of those things. I'm going to continue to hold a moment of space here while we're in Shavasana, because I'm worried you might not take any Shavasana once this video is done. And Shavasana is our treat that comes at the end of our yoga practice, where we get to tune into the new energy vibration. We get to notice our body awareness in a different way. Ending today's practice with one of these Qigong cards that I have. So remember, Qigong is, it's a cousin to yoga. Qigong Chinese, yoga Indian. And the card I picked from Maharishi Yogi says, we have a serious business about not being too serious. Okay, we have a serious business about not being too serious. So just notice how you are now, having traveled through your practice, body, mind, and spirit, heart, mind, and body. Notice what it feels like. And when you're ready to drop back into the room, begin wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, turning your head from side to side. Bringing your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. Turning to one side or the other in fetal asana pose. Resting your head on your bicep for a moment as your gaze stays down and in. Breath changes chi. Breath changes prana. Breath changes how I feel. I interact with the trees. I trade oxygen for carbon dioxide. That's nice. When you feel ready to guide yourself up to an easy seat at the top of your mat, we'll align the spine one last time, plugging in earth energy with the tailbone, plugging into earth energy, lifting to the sky, the sun, the yang, and inhaling up. Body, mind, spirit, hands together. Exhale down. The light, the student, the teacher in me honors the light, the student, the teacher in all of you. I wish you namaste. Thanks for practicing yoga with me again today. There's more where this came from, and I'll see you next time.